A one-of-a-kind attraction is coming to a theme park in the UK, and it's completely different to anything we've ever seen here before. I'm unsure whether they meant to leak this or not, but a company who has recently started manufacturing very technical ride elements has come out saying a ride is getting retrofitted with something brand new at a British theme park. And I wasn't expecting this at all, so this has come as a massive surprise. What theme park is this going to? What ride is this actually going to be on? And what can we expect to see and when? Well, I have all the answers to those questions, and I'm going to discuss them all today. Because I know, other than Gold Rush, we thought the British UK theme park new ride run was complete for this year. But apparently not. And if you do go on to enjoy this video and you want to see more like this in the future, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 80,000 subscribers, which is bonkers. So any help towards that goal would be greatly appreciated. So then, what is this news? Where can we see it being reported about? Right here on the DigitalDan YouTube channel, in fact. I actually haven't seen anyone else mention this. It's very similar to the Southport Pleasureland new roller coaster, and we haven't heard anything about that since. So hopefully this one happens a lot sooner. But we found something very interesting for once. This is the best place to be for theme park news, am I right?
Now he's just won the annual award for the best joke.
Pretty much, as I said in the intro, a one-of-a-kind ride for the UK that we've never seen anything like here has been technically announced to come to a UK park in the next year or so. Maybe even as soon as right now. And that's actually not a joke, because it might be being installed right now. And all of this has stemmed from a website. Yes, a web page has made me make a video like this. So much speculation has come from a few words. And no, the website is not of a manufacturer called like B&M or Mac Rides, because we know them very well. The manufacturer or company that made the web page is called SimWorks. They are really well known in the industry for simulator style rides, even some motion-based roller coasters and attractions to go with that. And like I said, you might not know who they are until I say this example. They worked on Derren Brown's Ghost Train. Don't worry, this isn't a VR attraction we're getting, I hope anyway. But that ride in itself is very technical with the sort of train movements and blah blah blah. So this is going to be a very interesting ride system. Either way, if you go onto their website and do some scrolling, this is completely public, like you don't have to have a private link or anything like that. It is on their website. Scroll down to where they talk about their future projects for this and next year. And you can clearly see a passage all about their future projects, and we can see here a paragraph, which I'm going to read. SimWorks, the manufacturer who is mainly based in Birmingham or nearby, putting aside all of these different projects in Saudi Arabia and stuff, a little closer to home, they are preparing to retrofit their immersive super flume technology into a British theme park in time for the summer season. This will see the traditional flume boat lock onto a motion base for thrilling show scenes featuring immersive media synced with dynamic movement. Now, first of all, it's going to a British theme park. Second of all, it's happening by the summer season. Isn't that right now? Where the hell is it? But there you go, an immersive super flume technology overhaul. We know it's got to be a water ride, obviously. And we know it's being added to a ride in the UK. There's so many questions here, isn't there? One of those being, what is the actual point, or what happens on an immersive super flume? Well, on the next webpage about it, we can see exactly what's going to happen on this ride. Getting my reading glasses on. Hello. The immersive super flume is an adrenaline-inducing adventure that puts a new spin on the traditional log flume ride by incorporating an immersive tunnel to a section of the ride, as well as other exciting AV elements. Putting a new spin on a flume ride. Is it just going to go like this halfway through? A SimWorks extreme water spinning coaster. Now that I would like to see. After boarding the immersive super flume, visitors take their seats on a floating vehicle and are taken on a fun-filled water ride. I'd hope it's floating, because otherwise it would just... With the addition of cutting-edge AV technology that assaults the senses. Damn, that sounds intense. During the immersive tunnel section, guests will experience physical platform drops from our highly dynamic 3DOF motion base while surrounded by a 360-degree 3D film projection, which, combined with our range of 4D effects and dynamic light, creates a mesmerizing experience. Mesmerizing. In the grand finale, riders plunge into the final splash pool before heading back along another section of the ride to the station. So it's a ride that we know has a drop on it. That's done us a lot of favours, that. Here's some photos of the room that has the immersive tunnel section, I guess, where you've got the screen and it's very dinosaur based, which is another thing we can try and gauge what ride it's going to be in a minute. And this does look like a really fun ride system, and there's even a video here showing exactly what the video on the screen and the sort of ride boats and the ride itself is going to look like in that tunnel. So if we see an exact clone of this, at least we know what's coming. It is a very interesting creation, and I'm really excited to see it come to a UK park. But the question is, where the hell is the park that this is going to? We know from the way they're saying they're retrofitting it, it means that they're not just going to make an entirely new flume ride. It means it's a previous one that is having an upgrade. Let's go through a few and see which ones match and which ones don't. Maybe we are 6 years behind Universal Bedford and they're already installing rides there. I don't think that's the case. Tidal Wave at Thorpe Park could get rethemed to dinosaurs, guys, and right at the top of that 90 or 80 foot drop, there's just a massive immersive tunnel. Wouldn't that be such an eyesore? Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach shut for another 700-year refurbishment. Even though that was a joke, I could actually see that happening. And there's not many others I can think of that would fit this new system in, except from one. If you remember ages ago, I made a video discussing some surprise ride removals in the UK that were taking place, and one of which was Angry Birds Land, which I don't think anyone really cared about, and the other a lot of people seem to care about, and that was the Lost River ride at Flamingo Land. This was a very long and quiet journey through the waters, literally no audio whatsoever. You just sat there like, all I could hear was water running, genuinely. And in that video, / the last time I saw it, it was being removed. But the thing is, the only thing they removed on it was the top of the drop and that tunnel at the top. No other parts of the ride were touched. And there was a lot of rumours circulating that they weren't removing the ride, but they were actually shortening that drop down a bit. And that definitely was the case, because we saw multiple images of that entire top being removed, and now we've seen it completely reconstructed all the way to that drop. Although the drop isn't there yet, but I'm sure that'll get installed eventually. And now you can sort of see where this SimWorks webpage with the immersive super flume technology and the shortening of a drop height at Flamingo Land's Lost River ride, you can now see where these two start to merge together. Because a smaller drop means less height to work with for SimWorks when they're installing this brand new system. When we first heard as well that they were making the drop shorter in general, that would make the ride so much more boring. Why would you bother doing that if there wasn't an intention to put something at the top of that lift hill? And the ride already had a tunnel up there, so to see another tunnel a bit bigger maybe wouldn't look out of place, because it would look like the old ride did. It just seems like it's so coincidental that they've announced a new ride in Britain that's going to have that technology, and Flamingo Land are doing that to their dinosaur-esque themed ride that's a super flume. Or I might have been right all along and Valhalla is the one getting this in 2036. But it did say it's going in time for the summer season, so that might genuinely mean it'll open in the next month or two. Although I have a feeling they'll delay it till next year. That would be the sensible option, but this is Flamingo Land, so we never know. Are you excited to see an immersive super flume come to the UK? I know I am. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and make sure you subscribe. Bye-bye now.